people. That turn is turnover. Turnover and stability. Anybody know what that means besides Lisa? Okay, absolutely right. Turnover is if you the number of people that come in and leave the business in a year, in the first year. Okay, so that's your turnover. So it's a regular in and out, in and out, in and out. Stability is the number of people that have been with the business for 12 months or more. Okay? So what we really want to do is see that stability increase and the turnover decrease. Okay?
Stability should increase.
In some areas it may well be true. But you know as well as I do, especially in the southeast, there is a lot of turnover. Okay? What will the information comes from payroll. Okay? It comes from payroll is because they are the people who actually put people on and off the payroll system. Okay? What do you think stability and turnover show us about our business? Yeah? Yeah. All good answers. It tells us how well we're inducting people. Because if we induct people well, they'll want to stay with us. If we induct them poorly, they'll think, my God, what am I doing? It tells us if we're matching people to the right jobs. We have had, over the last month, unfortunately, or certainly over the last year, we've had certain external managers in and out of business. They come in, they last a couple of months and they leave again. So we need to question, are we actually matching the jobs and the people? You see that at local level. When you get a cleaner in, actually, you will find that either you end up taking down performance management because they're not doing the job, because they're not capable, or actually, it was not the job they thought it was, and so they leave. It indicates how well you're managing, again as we said, how well you're managing and supporting your people. Okay? Because if you manage them and if you're supporting them, they will want to stay. Because they'll have trust and they'll have faith in you. It also recognises how well we're encouraging and coaching people. Very similar to one above about managing, but actually it helps them recognise, if you recognise your people, if you support, if you encourage them, if you talk to them about their future within the business, then actually they'll want to stay. Because if you're interested in them, they will be interested in us. And also, it identifies whether we're actually advertising available opportunities. Again, I'll go back to the fact we've got a number of people in this room who have, over the last 12 to 18 months, moved positions. They have gone from ISMs up into area management. Okay, that's what's kept them here. That's why they're still here. If somebody has got the ability and the interest, then we need to give that back. If we don't, they'll go off and they'll go somewhere else. Right. As I mentioned before, I'll talk about labour turnover first. Do we want it to go up or down? Do we want it to improve or increase or decrease? Decrease. Yeah. We want it to decrease. Okay? So, if you look here, amber, I don't know if you can read it very well, it says 55%. That is where we sit currently. So currently, our turnover sits at 55%. And I have to say, I believe, Lisa, that's sort of about average, isn't it, for this type of business? So it sounds high, but actually for our type of business, that's pretty much around average. Okay? So, we're not going to say we want 0 turnover and 100% stability, because that's unreasonable. But what we will say is, when it comes to turnover, if you stay as we are at this moment in time, then we're amber. We haven't improved anything, but actually we haven't got any worse. If we drop below 55%, we will become red. Okay, that makes sense, doesn't it? If we actually improve on where we are, and that's great, we're better, than the average for our industry, and so will green. Okay? So what we've given is a 5%. So if we go from 55, bear in mind we're looking to reduce, we'll go from 55 down as low as 50% with green. If we go lower than 45% turnover, we are blue. Okay? So between here, where we currently stand, and blue is 10%, between red, sorry, so yeah, 10%, and then anything adverse to that will put us red. Okay? When it comes to stability, we start off, same theory, we started off at 65%. So 65% of our staff have been with us for a year or more. Okay? If we decrease on that 65%, so anything less than 65% means that we've got less people staying with us, and therefore we'll go into the red. We stick at 65, we'll be amber. 70% will make us, or increase the number of people that stay with us by 5%, we will be green. If we go up to above 75%, we'll be blue. Okay? What you'd expect to see here, if we are still at 55% this time next year, and it's 65% this time next year, then actually I would think that those percentages will become tougher. Because what we expect to see improvement. We are treating our people better. We are communicating better. Okay? We are managing people better. So we should see that increase. And as it increases, next year, if our baseline is 60%, then on labour 50% on labour turnover, then you'd expect to see the targets to be tougher. That will be a good thing. It means that we're actually doing our job.